I'd like you to imagine is your current state. And imagine with this finger, you can just trace a simple symbol in the air. Just trace a simple symbol that has all the energy of that current state. Now, is this something that you want to stop doing to get rid of, or something you want to make stronger? Something you want to make stronger. So all the power of that, imagine your hand can move in a symbol, and that symbol or shape, a simple shape, has a color to it. And go ahead and let your hand move in that shape now. And notice it's a simple shape, and you notice the color. And as you retrace it over and over, that power gets stronger and stronger. What color is that symbol? Blue. All right. Now we take this symbol and we set it aside over here. Just let it hang right here. And over here with this finger, you can feel all the energy and power related to your desire state. And you can draw a new symbol in another color over there. And notice how that feels as that energy floats. Now what you're doing is your unconscious is creating a symbol that represents this activity or this characteristic. And as you trace it over, make it stronger. Yeah, that's right. Now some people will do big ones. Some people do very delicate, small ones. Okay, but the symbols will be different. What color is this symbol? Now, is there any good over here? Yes. Is there any good over here? Is there any negative here? Is there any negative here? Okay. Now, so we have good and negative on both sides. Here's what we do. You know what's coming. I'd like you to hold that symbol and hold that symbol. And in your mind's eye, imagine only as quickly as your unconscious allows the change to happen, that you can begin moving slowly those two symbols together. Now here's what happens only as quickly as your unconscious makes the change. The hands begin pulling the symbols closer and closer and closer. And as the symbols begin coming closer, you notice something. The energy of these lights, these colors, these magical signs begin interweaving with one another. It's like the sign here begins moving over here and here. And that which is negative that your unconscious allows to drop away begins simply to fall away. So the symbols begin to change. And that which is positive begins to interlock, so that those two symbols become complex as they move in together and become one simple, more complex but simple symbol. And as they get closer and closer in your body, feel that change occurring. As that which drives this becomes a driver for that new current state. And those negative effects are dropping away. So your unconscious can allow you to make the change in a positive way that is appropriate for you. A positive way that is appropriate for you. Now notice you're giving the unconscious a lot of leeway to allow the change to occur, so that it's ecological, so that it is appropriate for the personality and this person's life. And notice what happens as they begin to shift and change and interweave, and how as you breathe it in, it feels more interesting. As the shift begins to happen, that symbol begins to change into the new change, that new present, the current. And when they get closer and closer, you'll notice the shift in your body. You will notice the shift in your body. You will notice the shift in your mind and in your spirit as the change occurs in a way that is appropriate for you. Only as quickly as your unconscious needs to make that change in the next few moments. And then just allow them to experience. Now, this is a little different than change hands. Change hands, you know when the changes happen because the hands touch, right? Here, though, usually most people, the hands will touch, but many people, or not many, but some people, they don't actually touch because they're pushing symbols together. So they end up with some space, all right? So when you have made that change and the new symbol is there, say now. So you get a sense for what the size of the symbol is. Now you have to listen carefully because some people, they talk soft. And so you can say, you can speak loudly or whatever, but we've got it. What color is that new symbol? Now, would you like to make that change? Would you like to keep it? And in the next few moments, all the time you need, allow your hands to pull that new symbol into your heart. And when it arrives, only as quickly as your unconscious needs, feel the shift, feel the change. Notice the color as you breathe it in. Feeling wonderful. It's a positive change, so breathing in, feeling wonderful. That's right. You're doing it perfect. Symbols have power. Someone was discussing that with me yesterday. Symbols have power. Humans have been making symbols before we had language, before we wrote things down, before we even spoke language. We had symbols of power. And trance is a very powerful way to access those symbols. And notice the feeling as the shift occurs. Is this a change you would like to keep? 1, more powerful. 2, make it stronger. 3, really feel it. 4, at the next number, it becomes a permanent part of who you are. Is that all right with you? 5, feel the shift, like locks opening, new opportunities opening to you, doors opening, and other paths locked away that are no longer necessary because you have made that positive change for yourself.